Good morning and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is build day 29. Build day 29, can you believe it? Out at Villa Feliz, and we will be doing the pour this morning, so I need to get out there bright and early. Somebody is letting me know over my shoulder back here that they expect their morning treat, so I need to get back and get with Dog here just to give him his treat. I did go pick up his collar yesterday, and I'm not going to fit it on him until this weekend when I take him out, because I don't want him to slip through it and get lost or anything like that. So anyway, I need to get out to the build site. I don't need my workers telling me this morning that I am late. That doesn't reflect very well upon me. So I was looking at the schedule. So on my schedule, it looks like we are, I'm going to say about 2 weeks behind. But we're really not 2 weeks behind because the schedule did not accommodate the garage, the underground garage build. So I built in a 30-day window for that. Looks like we're around 2 weeks behind on that one. It could be a little bit longer, but again, I gave it 30 days. So in my mind, we're on schedule. So anyway, let me get out to the job site and get today's day started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning, May. Are you in charge today?
Yeah. How are you?
I am fine. I'm fine. I usually stop by and I say hello to Michelle every morning. I'm glad to see your smiling face this morning. Well, I don't need anything this morning, but I always like stopping by and saying hello to everybody. So you're in charge. Tess. Good morning. Oh, did I catch you eating breakfast? What's for dinner tonight?
Chicken caldereta.
I don't know that one. Is that different? That's a different one?
A little bit spicy.
A little bit. Oh, you know I like spicy.
No, that's not too much. A little bit only.
Okay. All right. Count me in. Yeah. All right. Thanks. I'll see you tonight. Have a nice day. See you later, May. So anyway, I walked by Adele's this morning, and she has this is all the coffee beans that she's roasting naturally in the sun, and she had this green stuff out here. I was like, "What's the green stuff?" She said, "It's calamias." Calamias. Oh, I gotta find out what calamias is.
This is santol.
What?
Santol.
Santol.
A kind of santol.
Santon.
Santol.
Santol.
Yes.
Santol.
Santol.
Is it a fruit?
Yes.
A fruit?
It's like this.
I don't like what? A big fruit.
Yeah.
Maybe some blossoms there. Maybe the fruit. Maybe there later.
It's a flower of the santol.
So this here. What do you put it in stews or something like that, or?
When it's dry, we put it in fish.
In fish?
Yeah.
You cook it with fish?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've got it out to dry. Oh.
Even when it's like that,
Yeah.
you can put it in fish also.
Oh.
Tastes like some palo.
Oh, okay.
Sour.
Like a little sour.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I know I mentioned about Mount Macalat right there. You can kind of see it in the background. But this ridge, this line all the way in the back of the sugarcane farm out here, that ridge, that goes down to that dry riverbed that's on the back side of that property that I was showing you. So that's actually the border. That's the border of Tierra Media where I'm actually at. Well, anyway, I made it into the development. I stopped by the office. One of the subscribers actually was seriously interested in purchasing or trying to find out more information about one of the lots that I showed. Remember that the lot that is right at the very highest point that you can possibly be back in our subdivision, right across the street on the west side of my lot. And that's the one that has the deep ravine behind it that goes down to the dry riverbed back there. That's like to me, I consider that like 100 million peso view on, you know, on a very inexpensive lot. And she said that she contacted the marketing division, and the marketing division told her something about those lots over by the riverbed, everything that runs along that fence line over there, that they weren't for sale right now, or there was a moratorium. And I was like, I know when they first started development, all those were off limits back there. Those were off limits, and there was another section back in our phase back there that was off limits. But they updated the map and showed that all of those are for sale. So I stopped by the front office here, just like I did last time when there was a pricing discrepancy. And for the subscribers that are asking about that, I asked them to contact the marketing division and the developer and see if there is, what the reasoning is, if in fact that is what the state of those lots are. So I will find out more and I will report back. Good morning. How are you today? The garden is looking magnificent. Have a nice day. Morning, Jess. How are you today? Well, as usual, the workers are busy as bees out there. I did my preliminary walk around to see where we are in the morning's activities. And as you can see, we're actually on number 7 on the forms for the columns. Yesterday when I left, we only had 6. You can see the guys are already over there. They're filling the bags, and they're getting everything in preparation to start doing the concrete pour today. So we have a lot of activity going on, and we should make some progress. And I also let the crew know that I'm on time this morning, and GR, which is the man that always wears black in the crew, he's the one that yesterday said, "You're late." He told me today, he said, "Oh, don't worry." And I tried to explain to them that I get up at 4:30 every morning, and I mean, I don't have to explain to them, but we have a relationship, and I want to keep that relationship strong. So I let them know things, what's going on with my life. So anyway, I told them that every morning I get up at 4:30, and then by the time I'm done with breakfast and everything, it's like 5:30. And then I let them know that I actually work 2 hours in my house before I actually depart to come on down here, which is really not work. It's really, it's a pleasure. It's like doing the subscriber comments and stuff like that, and responding to stuff on YouTube. And I've got my wife on. We're chatting all the time. But I have a block of time that I obligate before I actually come down here, and I let them know that. And then I let them know that along the way, you never know, because there's always people that you stop and chat with and have friendly conversations. So, and he's like, "Yeah, we understand. So, well, anyway, I want to get Mr. Coconut number 10 inside the ground. Just let him root, and hopefully he becomes healthy, and then I can transplant him later. So let me get that knocked out before my builder actually gets here and we start actually churning up some cement. Alas, the pouring has started. anyway, we have our shipment of our 5 and 6 inch concrete hollow blocks that just came in, and they are certified. And the certification that we got on this shipment was for the Aztec for the 5 inch is 500 psi, and for the 6 inch we thought we were getting 750 psi, but these are all they were all tested at 1000 psi, so bonus. Well, the crew are they're getting ready to take just a little bit early of a lunch break. The pour is done for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the 7 columns. So they completed the pour for all of those. Something I wanted to bring up, and this will be the tip of the day, is when you're doing the pour, there's something that they call grout. And what they're going to do is they're going to take a mixture in a container. And what they're going to do is they're going to put pure cement mix inside there, just the cement itself, and then they're going to dilute it with water. So it's going to be a real thin, pure cement mix. Then what they're going to do with this, they're going to actually pour this into the base of the column where it actually goes onto the beam. The reason for this is it's actually going to act like a primer between the column and the beam. And when they pour the additional concrete on top of that, it will mix properly, but it will prevent you from having something like a cold fusion between the column and the beam itself. So I don't want to miss this. This is actually like a ceremonious event right here. This is the actual first CHBs that are being placed on the whole build. I was downloading files, so I didn't get to get over here, but I got it right as they're doing it now. So these will be the first concrete hollow blocks that are actually being installed, and this is the going to be the wall for the stairwell that's going to be leading from the garage up into the kitchen. So anyway, I got to thinking that I really need some mulch around some of these plants that I've actually got in the ground, because the sun is so intense here, it dries out the ground really fast. So I need something to help preserve the water that's inside the soil that's around the roots without it drying out so quickly. So in the US, it's like first thing that would have popped up in my mind would be, oh, I'm going to run down to Lowe's and spend a exorbitant amount of money for some chopped up wood or some type of mulch to put over the top of this. Then I said, oh, wait a minute, I got to think like a Filipino. So I put my Filipino cap on, and I said, oh, what would I do if I were a Filipino? And I thought, oh man, I got all this mahogany chips out here in the road. And I said, why don't I just clean up some, which I did clean up all of that, and actually put it around the Bahay-Kubo and around some of the plants out here. So that'll help a little bit keep the moisture inside the ground during the hot time of the day. And I'm hoping that, since I think mahogany is bug resistant, termite resistant, I'm gonna look it up here in a minute, and hopefully it'll be okay and I don't have to worry about bugs. Let's go take a look and see what's going on down inside the pit. We'll see where we are as far as the build progress is. So it's about 4 o'clock, and the crew's about 1 hour away from the end of the workday. So they completed the pour on the 7 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the front row, and these 2 back here on the second row. And you can see in the last few hours they put up the forms for 8, 9, and 10 down here, and then tomorrow they'll start pulling off the forms from the ones that are already in a curing state, and they'll be able to reuse that to help with the forms on the columns that haven't been set up yet. You can also see the sump hole right here, and in the sump hole they're actually, I don't know how deep he's going. He's over a meter. Maybe they're going 2 meters down. I'm not really sure how far he's going. And then that will be the trench that takes the pipe, which will take it out to the cistern out there for emergency evacuation of water if we have a flood that actually does make it inside the garage. So anyway, it's about 4:30. It's not going to be much longer, and the crew is going to be shutting down activities out here, and they're going to call it for the night. Today we got 7 columns poured. We have the forms for 3 more columns created and standing, and they're actually finishing up the leveling on those right now. We have the sump hole in the center of the garage. They're down to about 1.5 meters. I think they're going 2 meters down. I don't really know why we're going down so deep for a sump. But my builder wants to do that, I guess, in case any water goes in there, it will have a chance to settle inside there before we actually need to start pumping. So that's a good thing. That's an additional precaution. And they're also doing the trench for the piping that will evacuate the water from the sump. So all in all, we had a very good day today. And tomorrow, I expect we'll be doing some pouring. I expect. They will continue to build some more of the forms, probably pulling the forms off the old columns that were poured today, and they should be cured enough so that they can actually pull those off and move the wood over to the new columns. Something I would like to mention also, remember I always say if you can be on site and monitor what's going on, you need to be there. I will tell you today, when my builder was gone and he wasn't around to supervise, when they were actually putting those first set of center blocks and the concrete hollow blocks for the stairway that goes up from the basement up to the first floor, I kind of eyed it, and I could see they were nice and straight at the very beginning, but at the end of the run, they were starting to curve. Sort of looked like a crescent moon there for a while. So I stopped them. Powder pad, I yelled out. I said, "You got to stop. We got to fix this right here." And they looked at it and they were like, "Oh yeah, we messed up." And I told them, "You need to run a line down. You know, we put the line level across." And that's what they should have done, I think, when the boss was gone, you know, when the cat's away, type of a thing. Anyway, so we took care of things up. But again, that's why I say if you have the luxury of being on site, you should be on site as much as possible. Oh, and anyway, I would like to thank all the subscribers and the viewers for posting such wonderful comments from yesterday's video. That was a real neat video. I had a good time doing that, and I really enjoyed talking to all the different people from the different places I got to visit yesterday. It's always neat when you can sometimes get off-site and do things off-site, and it gives me a little bit of a break from the day-to-day activities here. Even though I love it here and I love doing the building, I also like to get a little bit of change up every now and then. So thank you again, and keep those comments coming. I enjoy those. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the apartment. So if you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up. Please share. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow, day 30 on the build schedule, here on My PI Dream.